I think you're gonna laugh at this. So here's a new shipment I got through Buy.jp. That's the service that sponsors this channel and lets you and me buy things from Japanese shops. So I got a new Terror Beast from Zone Fighter. This is Destro King. There are lots of old magazines here from the 1990s. Babies dressed as kaiju. Why not? But do you remember in my last Buy pitch, I saw this green Godzilla hat and said I was gonna buy it? Well, that auction was actually for the entire mannequin and the wig too. I figured that out after recording that footage last month, and I bought it anyways. I've named her Marla, and I hid her in my mom's house to freak her out. I kept the wig though. Buy.jp is a lot of fun. It's so fun to see what cool stuff is available overseas. Sign up with my link in the description, and it helps the channel, and you get 2,000 yen to put toward your own Marla. Or something less creepy. The link is in the description. Playtime! Yay! This month only, you could buy the official Clickbait plushie. I held a poll on who the next plushie should be, and more than half of the votes went to Clickbait. After this month, we're on to the next thing, and Clickbait will never be available again. So use the link below and snag one while you can to complete your Monster Island Buddies plushie set. As we inch toward the release of Godzilla Kong the New Empire, the first wave of toys from Playmates has been trickling out, and I was all ready to do a video on them, but one toy in particular really stood out, and I think it needs some extra attention. I'll let Old Man Playmates explain it, and don't worry, it'll be easy and fun.
Transforming Godzilla is easy and fun. Start by pulling back the chest flap. Peel the skin back, stretching it over Godzilla's head and off both arms.
This is so cringy. What is the opposite of ASMR? Look at his old skin resting beside him, like a snake after it shed its skin. This is the Titan Evolution Godzilla. You see, what happened was this. In the upcoming movie, it appears that Godzilla will look as we last left him until he evolves into Pank. So in this Playmates toy line, you can get the standard Godzilla here, black skin, blue dorsal plates, and you can get the new evolved Godzilla, King of the Pank. And that is fine. Nobody would expect Playmates to take the concept of the evolution any further than this. But they did. There's a separate toy that's supposed to represent the evolution a little closer, with the original Godzilla skin peeling off to reveal Pank. I'm far from the first YouTuber to talk about this figure, and like so many others, I'm totally gonna smack this toy around to silly sound effects, because you have to. So we start with the Godzilla we're all familiar with, looking kinda heavy. You've heard of Godzilla Earth? Well, this is Godzilla Girth. Very rubbery, you can pull almost anywhere. The figure inside has basic articulation, and that carries over to the outer Godzilla skin. You wanna know what? Have you ever seen those photos or videos of people wearing costumes that look like people? That's what this toy feels like to me! On the front is this giant flap where you can start to see the figure within. Even just peeling open the flap to see the skin underneath is just cringe to me. This is supposed to be the same character. Duh! Take me to the Hollow Earth, cousin. You said we'd get to go to the Hollow Earth, cousin. Do they have snickerdoodles in Hollow Earth, cousin? I want snickerdoodles! The tail is especially wiggly. The rubber on the side of the tail has a hole on each side. I had to look it up if the hole was supposed to be there because I honestly thought I ripped the skin already. Alright, time to peel this off. Every single stage of this creates a bizarre Godzilla image. Like, what is going on here? Why does Godzilla look like a kangaroo? The skin can easily get stuck on Godzilla's dorsal plates, his claws, his toenails. Look at this, it's like Godzilla's trying to fight off an evil alien symbiote. Godzilla's tail is detached. I guess that's supposed to make this whole dance easier. Thankfully, this little rope is holding it together. And it's really easy to get the tail to reattach. And here's Evolved Godzilla. It is a proper figure. And the rubber suit can still stand, even with nothing inside of it except the Holy Ghost! Also, I guess when Godzilla evolved, he also shrunk a little. Alright, fine, let's look at the actual figure. It's unique to the other Godzilla figures in this line, even though at first glance you might not notice a difference at all. One difference is our Titan Evolution figure doesn't have these elbow spikes, I'm sure because they got caught in his wetsuit. The tail is the other major difference. Our guy has a straight tail with not much on the end, while the other figures have these kind of hook tails, so that when I take them off a shelf, they could pull multiple other figures with them. I think our guy has some better paint coloring too. The translucent and non-translucent dorsal plate colors aren't so mismatched as they are with the other figures. The Godzilla's arms also have more range of motion, again, to make it easier to put on and remove the skin. But I actually think all of the Godzilla figures could have benefited from this. Look, I'm an aeroplane. The rest of the articulation is the standard stuff: legs, tail, ankles, tiny bit in the head. The jaw opens up, and there's no hole in this guy's mouth, so he can't borrow any of the atomic breath pieces from the other figures in this line. There are a lot of Godzillas in this line. If you want a Godzilla toy from this movie, you've got options. But only one of the figures gives you the chance to do this. Okay, a few things about this skin. One, it collects dust real easy. It'll pick up tiny bits of whatever off the floor, hair sticks to it, you might have to clean it here and there. 2, Scar King is now an alien chest burster! 3, this is the kind of material that might melt in situations you wouldn't guess, like if you left it near a heater or like a computer tower. So be careful. Look, he's inside out! The shapes you could distort this Godzilla into are hilarious, if you have the mind of a child, which I do. Putting the figure back in is even less easy and less fun. We'll start with the tail. Come on! Get in there! Come on! Oh, it's too tight! Oh, I'm gonna get demonetized. I find this harder than taking the figure out. You have to feed the feet all the way down the legs, but the claws on the toes get caught on the rubber. Look at this. This looks like me putting on jeans that are a size too small, but they fit me, I swear! I didn't gain weight! I don't see myself taking this skin on and off and on and off. It's too much hassle. Hey, just like those Microman figures I reviewed ages ago. What even is this shape here? What is this monster I'm looking at? Somebody do fan art of this. Oh, I know. I forgot to put the arms in. There. Now that's Godzilla. So honestly, even with the claws and the dorsal plates, I think the head is the hardest part. It's easy to get the skin around the head, don't get me wrong, but getting the mouth just right took me more time than any other part. I kept winding up with this dolphin smile. But eventually it got there and oh, I can't squishy squash anymore. Somebody thought of this! There were meetings about this! And everyone sat around a table and just said, yeah, let's do it! Stop drilling, you've hit oil! And I love it! I love that Playmates has kind of become the modern-day trendmasters. It's just missing some pack-in cards and micro-battle sets. But truth be told, toys like this that really go outside of the box are the ones I appreciate the most. Tell me what you think about Titan Evolution Godzilla in the comments below. And don't forget to snag a clickbait plushie while you can. If you peel her skin off, all you get is cotton.